Cardano knocking on its own bull market doors, its eyes on multiple bullish targets. We've been saying this for a while now. It is just beginning. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit that like, hit that subscribe on the way in. Let's jump into this Cardano video. So this is Cardano, and I want to actually, let's look at the 6-hour chart real quick. I mean, this is a nice 6-hour candle. We're talking about 15% candle or so right there. Cardano making a move, testing the 40-cent range. Very, very important area for Cardano. In regards to that upward channel that Cardano's in, I tweeted this January 22nd, like a couple weeks ago. The very clean case for Cardano to double to 70 cents in the coming weeks. Can ADA pull it off? And you can see, I mean, that was at 35 cents then, right? It's 35 cents. And right now we're testing 40. We have a ways to go. We're in the middle of this rising channel. So before I talk about the bullishness of Cardano, I do want to throw this out there. Be very careful, right? Be very careful in every altcoin. Don't FOMO into these pumps. We're still just in this slow and steady upward consolidation pattern, and there's a lot of potential to the downside as well. So be careful out there. Be careful. But let's talk about how bullish Cardano is right now, everybody. And if you've been following me for a while, you know it's just one of my favorites. This is a video. This is a clip from January 16. Check this out. So the 40 cent is there, and if we zoom out on this daily chart, the reason why I'm very intrigued with that area is, you know, we're always talking about $1.33. We want to get there. The most bullish step on the way there is Cardano trading consistently above this area. Now that is the first lower high as Cardano just tanked into the bear market. All right, so everybody, let's go back to this. Let's go to this daily chart. No. Yes, we're going to go to the daily chart. So here's the daily chart, and this yellow line that you see, let me kind of try and make this a little bit bigger for you. This yellow line on at the top of the screen that you see is that 40-cent area. And if I zoom out, we can go all the way back to Cardano falling into the bear market. And this was that swing high, and it was just failure into the bear market for Cardano. It was like this failed recovery of the bulls. Same thing happened with pretty much every other cryptocurrency. And right now, Cardano is testing that area once again. If we zoom in, going to zoom all the way in here on the screen, and I don't have my large screen yet. That's tomorrow, but I'm almost set up in the studio, everybody. 40 cents right now, and this is the biggest area. I'm telling you, it's a couple weeks ago I talked about it, and I'm still watching this area, because if Cardano can manage to break away and get separation and start seeing support above this area, this is Cardano's own version, and I said it in my opening, of entering its own little bull market, right, alongside Bitcoin. This is that area for Cardano that I've just been so keen to watch. And it's playing out right now. The resistance is playing out. There's resistance in the last couple of days. Here's resistance here. This is, when was this? Mid-January. Almost got resistance at the beginning of January, but didn't quite touch that 40-cent range. But this area is incredibly important for Cardano because, as I mentioned, this is Cardano truly breaking the downtrend and putting in a higher high from that swing high all the way back years ago at the beginning of the bear market. So we're going to just keep tracking this. Let's see if Cardano can do this. But going over to the weekly chart, I just want to point some things out. So, and we're going to talk about the 70-cent target here in a second. It's actually a little bit more than 70 cent now. But going to the weekly, we have a couple 50-cent targets. That's kind of a stepping stone. And the 70 cent, the 75-cent target, that's a stepping stone. And guess what? This $1.33 all-time high, that is a stepping stone. And we are just early in the game, in my opinion, in terms of what Cardano is getting ready to do. I mean, this next release, Goguen, everybody's anticipating getting ready to happen. But even if you just put aside that short-term excitement, there is so much happening in the Cardano network. IOHK making moves. There's so much in store, I truly believe, as Cardano just becomes 100% decentralized. And it is going to be extraordinarily bullish for the macro long term. And yes, I do think 40 cents. I mean, we've come a long way. Obviously, since March, Cardano is up. Let's see, how much is Cardano up since March? Over 2,000%. We've come a long way, but there's still so much upside. And I truly believe, I truly do believe $3 to $5 is a really nice area in terms of potential bull market high. And depending on the markets overall, what they do and how much money is just pouring in, it could totally be higher than that. But 3 to 5 is kind of my just conservative bull market high for Cardano that I've been talking about for a long time on this YouTube channel. But going over here now, we have our 50-cent targets, right? Number one, we have this falling channel that we've talked about for a long time. We got the breakout out of that upper trend line. This was all the way back in May of 2020. And if you're new here, this is the game of patience. Just because we broke that upper trend line, I think a lot of people are automatically like, yes, we have a 50-cent target in play. Look how long it takes to get there. We haven't even gotten there yet, but we've trickled up, a lot of volatility along the way. You can see that huge dip there, little sideways here, and just continued pump. We're not at 50 cent yet. And then the other thing is we have this rising wedge that we've talked about and tracked that also has a 50-cent target. So Cardano very much on its way to hitting that target. But right now you can see that 40-cent area is just there. It's a huge pivotal game-changing area for Cardano charts in my opinion. And I'm going to be watching it closely. You can see already just initial rejection right at this area on the 6-hour chart. And then if we're going to go evaluate this rising channel that Cardano's in, yes, here is our breakout area. If Cardano is going to continue to the upside, break this trend line, we'll pretty much be hitting that 50-cent target up around that upper trend line, those two 50-cent targets in the meantime. And this is what I love. As that's happening, Cardano will be breaking this upper trend line of this new rising channel, and that has around a 72, 73 cent target to the upside. Now, if this doesn't continue, and if all of a sudden the bears step in, not only to Cardano, but I imagine probably all crypto markets, and we get a huge downside for Cardano from where it is right now, as I do this video. I don't know what's going to happen in the hours ahead, but that lower trend line, 15, 16% to the downside, that's 100% in play. And then in every rising channel, we have upside target. And it's fun to talk about 73 cent target for Cardano right now, but I'd be remiss if I didn't just mention, guess what? There's a downside target as well that you must be prepared for. Recently in Bitcoin videos, I've been discussing the fact that I am at this level, I'm at this stage where if we get a dip in this bull market that we've entered for Bitcoin, for altcoins, if we get a dip, I'm going to be accumulating a lot. And that is just because I think we are at the beginning of this bull cycle and there's so much potential for upside. And I don't think any dip that comes is going to last very long. So that includes any potential move in the middle of this pattern. So right now, Cardano is in the middle really of this rising channel and it's testing the 40-cent area. So please be prepared for downside. And that's what we'll anticipate. But for me, just being completely candid with you, I very much plan to buy these dips if they happen in the coming week or so. But we're going to continue tracking this. I would love to see Cardano just consolidate sideways at the 40-cent area, continue to the upside, and we're testing that 50-cent area very quick for a breakout to continue to the 70 cent plus area for Cardano. So I want to do a quick update, show you what I'm looking at on these Cardano charts. It's just so bullish, everybody. I don't know if you saw this. This was the other day. Charles, a little bird landed on my shoulder and told me that February is going to be a really good month. Bird gossip is generally reliable. So they're making moves, everybody. It's very obvious. Even without this tweet, without this little pump tweet talking about a bird and bird gossip, Cardano is very bullish in my opinion. And let me know your thoughts below. I appreciate you cruising by. I hope you're having a great day. Hit that subscribe, hit that like. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.